Big thanks to Sam Farnsworth for
Merci.
joining us live from Paris, the Olympics. You much of an Olympic guy, Matt?
No, I mean,
I get caught up in the moment. Like I always tell myself, I don't know if I'm into beach volleyball, but then I'm seeing it right now here on KSL5 TV, and I'm like, I'm moved. It's just like it's the USA, and you get the US in anything, I'm in. Count me in. I want to watch. And I'm also that guy that during like the Winter Olympics where curling's happening, and it's like I'm watching that. Like I'll get into it. I'm excited that the Winter Olympics are coming to Salt Lake, 2034.
That was really exciting. I remember that vividly as a kid. My son will be 14. You'll have teenagers. All your kids will be teenagers for that.
My oldest will probably be coming back from maybe a mission if he wants to do that, or being a college student, maybe at BYU. Like 21 years old he'd be 10 years from now.
That's wild. He'll be 21?
He'd be 20 because it'd be the winter of 2034. But, yeah, so 20, though.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Super exciting. I shouldn't say no, I'm not. I think, like, when you say, are you an Olympics person, to me that means you're watching all day, every day. I'm like, I pick and choose. There are certain events that I like to dip into. And as we get more towards like gold medal events, I think I'll pay a little bit more attention. For me, like even the NBA has become this way for me. I can't get into it until there's something on the line. Like, I don't know if it's the college football fan in me, but like what I love about college football is from day one, something is on the line.
Yeah.
And you don't get that in the NFL. You don't get that in the NBA. You certainly don't get that in Major League Baseball. And so I've just kind of preconditioned myself outside of college football that I need it to matter for me to pay attention. And so as we get a little more towards the end, I think of the Olympics, I'll tune in a little bit more. But it's fun. There is something patriotic that is needed and nice that maybe we don't have enough of, where it feels like we can put the political agendas aside, that we can put the divisiveness aside and just root for country. That's something I do enjoy about it.
BYU athletes or individuals with BYU ties at the Summer Olympic Games in Paris. James Corrigan, 3,000 meter steeplechase with Team USA. Jimmer Fredette, Team USA 3-on-3 basketball. Rory Linkletter, Team Canada, so marathon. He's going to be Team Canada, so we'll cheer from him from afar. No, I'm kidding. Best of luck to Rory. And then Connor Mance, Team USA marathon. Whitney Orton Morgan, that's a cool story, how she kind of got in late last month at a race, the 5,000 meter in Eugene. Kenneth Rooks, steeplechase, kind of a superstar. We had, dare I say, like gospel doctrine when we talked to him on this show. An amazing guy, so much emotion and passion. Respect Kenneth Rooks a ton. Stephanie Rovetti, who Sam mentioned, and then Courtney Wayment-Smith, 3,000 meter steeplechase, and Clayton Young. So BYU has 6 track and field cross-country athletes, tied for most among all colleges produced at the Olympics. BYU, maybe we should say their track and field cross-country program. That's the
track
the
and field. I have gained enormous respect for in my short time doing play-by-play for the WAC. If there is one event that there are local ties in that I think you should prioritize besides Jimmer and 3-on-3, I'd say the steeplechase. That is a wildly entertaining race. It's not a big time commitment because, like, these marathons, I can't be sitting down for that. Like, that's too long. And even some of the other races are a bit long to enjoy as a spectator, like a 10K or 5Ks are actually pretty entertaining because they're so fast. You're like, this is insane. But 10K is a little tougher to watch. But a steeplechase, this is going to be sub 10 minutes. It's going to be fast. And then there's the element of the water, which, do you even know why they have the water in the steeplechase?
I don't.
It's kind of a fascinating thing. So the steeplechase, its origins as a track and field race comes from like medieval times when there were like people out in the middle of nowhere scouting out the enemy and then racing back to town to alert their people that they were going to be under attack. So that's why there's like hurdles and water. Like it's sort of a crazy event, but it's a lot of fun to watch because it's short enough that you have to go full throttle, but then there's also the elements of, do you trip on a hurdle? Do you land correctly? The water element as well. So the steeplechase that BYU is represented in, that is going to be a lot of fun. That's where Kenneth Rooks and his legend began, was back when he stumbled early in Oregon and then came back and won that thing. So the steeplechase, that is an event. That is a must-see event. We should have told Sam, you got to get to that steeplechase because it's a lot of fun. But it is weird when you watch because you're like, why are we running through water here? Like, I get the hurdling element, but why is there water? That dates back to, trying to get back to your township.
Interesting.
It's very interesting.
I'm excited for these summer games. I'm excited for Salt Lake City to host the Olympics 10 years from now. That was a core memory as a kid when it was announced in 1995. The individual that said, "To the city of Salt Lake City." I remember that vividly, and it'll be cool to see that coming into Utah once again. But the Olympics, we're going to have coverage on all platforms, KSLSports.com, KSL News Radio, KSL5 TV. I mean, KSL in the Olympics. There's an Olympic pin with KSL logo. So, I mean, that's how big time we roll it out with the Olympics at KSL. So it's a big deal covering the Olympics, and we will definitely be keeping a close eye on those BYU athletes. Do you think Jimmer comes away with gold in the 3-on-3 with Team USA?
It's so hard to predict. That Jimmer interview that you referenced, it's available anywhere you get podcasts, but he brought this up, and it's a good point. Talent doesn't always win in 3x3 because it's so fast. Like, if you go cold for a second, it's over.
Down 8. Like, you mean you're down 10 in a matter of
seconds. Because when you make a shot, you just grab the ball as it falls through the net and kick it out to the 3-point line and reset. Like, there's no...
That's a good point.
In 3-on-3 that we play, you score and then our out of shape bodies check it in. All right, and when you're really tired at the end, you're like taking a minute. Who said? Who's got who? You're like, there's no.
Are we good? We good? We're all good. All right, check it in.
There's no stalling in 3x3. It's just a continuous motion. That being said, I do think Jimmer will win. I think 3-on-3 is made for Jimmer because the 2 ball is worth more than the 3 ball. It's double the points. The 3 is not double the points in regular basketball. I think Jimmer is made for the moment. He's dealt with pressure before, and I like BYU. Or not BYU. I mean, it feels like BYU, honestly, with Jimmer.
It's Team BYU.
I think Team USA in the 3x3, they'll get it done, and it'll be a crowning achievement in the career of Jimmer.
I like the take you had there where he thrives in the big pressure cooker stages. Like, that is Jimmer, and that's his greatness. That's what makes him Jimmer. When it's all on the line, Viejas Arena, they're all barreling down on him, he rises to the occasion. I expect nothing less from Jimmer in Paris. I'm going to be watching first game coming up July 30th against Serbia in pool play. Taking a break. On the other side, we'll get back to some BYU football talk, some bold predictions for fall camp coming up next here on Cougar Sports Saturday.